On Mountain News this morning, criminal defendants who seek drug treatment over prison could be losing an essential program to their lives. Plus, a Senate bill is looking to give more rights and protections for students' beliefs on campus.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. We're just past 5:30 on Friday, February 9th. Now let's send it over to meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast this morning.
Good morning, Olivia. Good morning, everyone. What start to our Friday. Look outside our studios here at WYMT, and yes, things have lightened up regarding precipitation, at least for the moment. We'll continue to deal with these waves of shower activity as we head through today. Could be some heavier bursts of rain, a rumble of thunder trying to come in from the west at this time tomorrow morning. So we'll keep a very close eye on the radar, on the pinpoint Doppler radar in the morning. And then the cool air comes in as we head through next week. But again, it's not a knock'em sock'em Arctic blast. Temperature wise, again, some of the stations are not reporting. But again, it's upper 40s and lower 50s. And speaking of the pinpoint Doppler radar, basically from hazard points south into Harlan and eastbound toward Norton, this is where we find the widespread shower action as some additional showers are coming out of Laurel County. And again, this is the way things are with the boundary sinking through the region. And yes, a focusing mechanism for the shower threat to continue on and off as we head through the day. A little brightening as we pick up the breeze a touch heading through the afternoon, a high of 62 in Hazard. More about the First Alert 7-day forecasts in a few moments. Olivia?
All right, Tim, thank you. A nationally recognized program steering criminal defendants to drug treatment instead of prison stands to lose all of its funding. And the decision by legislators to do so came as a complete shock to those who run it. Grayson Passmore tells us why the Kentucky Department of Public Advocacy plans to take their fight to Senate chambers.
The goal of the criminal justice system is to keep our communities safe and to address the needs of the people before the court so that tomorrow is better than yesterday.
Kentucky Public Advocate Damon Preston's office employs 53 social workers through the nationally recognized Alternative Sentencing Worker Program. They identify people who suffer from substance abuse and/or mental health disorders and work with judges and prosecutors to provide rehabilitation instead of costly incarceration. It's typically a $6 million budget item and a program that Preston says has only ever been praised. So it came as a complete shock when he learned a late amendment added to House Bill 6 last week said no funds would be allocated to the program.
The votes had already been cast in the committee before I was able to see that this was really there. And then it was voted in the House the next day. So there had been no conversations with anyone about this at all beforehand.
Program Supervisor Don Gasser says thousands of people were given probation and treatment rather than prison time just last year.
If the ASW program did not exist, I feel that a lot of our clients would just return to the jail. So that would be produce overcrowding. They wouldn't have the tools when they got out of jail to be able to equip themselves, and we would have a higher overdose rate.
Now Preston will fight to have the clause removed as the bill heads to the Senate chambers.
Tomorrow will be just like yesterday because our clients will not get the help that they need.
In Frankfort, Grayson Passmore, WKYT.
A bill that supporters say is designed to prevent divisive concepts being pushed on public college students and faculty passed in the Senate Education Committee yesterday. The sponsor of Senate Bill 6 says the aim is to prevent faculty and students from being forced to endorse beliefs contrary to their own. The committee heard from University of Kentucky student who says she was denied a resident advisor job and discriminated against because of her conservative views. Opponents of the bill say the bill's language is confusing and if passed, it will lead to more discrimination. The bill now goes to the full Senate.
I even had a student in that class come up to me and say, "Hey, I'm pro-life too. Thank you for speaking up, but I can't speak up because I know what will happen to me."
This bill does nothing to improve academic standards. increase critical thinking, or expand the diversity of thought on college campuses.
The bill would allow for people to file claims of $1,000 to $100,000 if they feel the law has been violated on campus. One bill is aiming to extend an existing resolution allowing off-road vehicles to operate on highways. Senate Bill 125 passed the Senate and heads to the House. It is looking to change the deadline for local governments to create pilot programs for the usage of ATVs and other off-highway vehicles from July 1st, 2024 to July 1st, 2027. Senator Johnny Turner says folks will still have to make sure their vehicles follow certain regulations by the state.
It has to have insurance, lights, brakes, light mirrors, inside mirrors you can see. It has regulations that really make it a safe vehicle. It's a step above a three-wheel motorcycle.
And we will be right back after this break.